Hi, I'm Matthew. Welcome to my channel, and today it's Will It Shave Wednesday. It is Will It Shave Wednesday, but today's video title will be How to Lather Shaving Cream. I've been asked this a few times, and I've done some videos on how to make lather with shave soap, but I figured, you know what, I'll just go ahead and make the title for this that because it'll be much easier to find. So today's shave cream is going to be Arco in a tube, and this is a nice cooling scent and feel. And then I'm going to be using my Captain's Choice copper bowl, which you don't have to have. And you can also measure it out if you like. This is a 1/4 teaspoon, and I'm going to have roughly that amount. And one of the important things I want to talk about if you're a new viewer is kind of real quick about brushes. If you've got a natural knot, whether it's boar or badger or horse, I highly recommend that you soak your brush prior to making any kind of lather. And, you know, just for the sake of goodness, even if you have a synthetic, just at least dip it, you know, in the water briefly. And so I've got my trusty cup here, and as you can see, I'm going to squeeze out the water, and I'm just going to give it a little shake to where there's nothing, you know, coming out of the brush. Today's brush is going to be this Trotter's Handcraft brush, and it is a 26mm badger brush. And so I'm just going to take this Arco, and I'm going to put some in here, and I'm going to go about that much. I did measure it once before, and it's kind of a heaping 1/4 teaspoon, if that makes sense. And so, you know, when you're making lather, you don't have to be super precise, but I'm just kind of giving you an idea of what I do. And if you can stay consistent with it, it will help you. The other thing I'll mention is if you've got like a medicine syringe or the medicine dropper or whatever, if you can keep those things consistent, you'll have kind of a better idea of whether you want to add more soap or less water or vice versa. And so the last thing I will mention is water quality does play a factor into this. And so I do not have hard water. And if you're like, well, how do I know if I have hard water? Go to your faucet or your shower head. That will give you the best indication. If you've got white stuff kind of growing around those areas, then you know you've got hard water. If you have hard water, the easiest way to mitigate that would be to get some distilled water or spring water at your local grocery store, and then that will keep out the extra stuff, because the extra items that are in the water, whether it's calcium or whatever, the minerals, that plays kind of a role into this. So the first thing I'm going to do is just kind of smear that around a little bit with my finger in the bottom. And since this is a cream, it's going to, you know, dissolve a lot quicker. And I usually add 10 milliliters to my syringe, but since I know this soap well enough, it's really only going to take about 6, but I always just do a mil or 2 at a time. And so I just kind of put that in there, slosh it around, and you know, your brush can hold a lot of water, so that's why I do the whole squeeze and shake thing. And you just kind of get to lathering, and this is the zen part, you know, where you just kind of enjoy, and there's no rush to it. But yeah, you just kind of mix it around however you like, side to side, up to down, back around, whatever. And then when you get to this point, you're going to add a little bit more. And like I said, I kind of do a mil at a time, and then I'll just kind of rotate that around, and you'll see it's starting to kind of clear out the bottom. And this is all a preference thing. You know, if you like a thicker lather, maybe you don't need as much water, or add more soap. If you like it one way or another. It's up to you to figure out where you like it. And I'm going to go ahead and add some more here. Spin it around a little bit. I just feel like, I don't know, it's just something I do. You don't really have to do that. I kind of like to where I don't put the, I can't see, and that was one of the things I was going to tell you. If you can read this label, more power to you. Ooh. Anyway, there's probably some directions there. I can't read it. I didn't take the time to get the magnifying glass out to read it. But anyway, when you're making this lather, it's really just dependent on what you like and how fast you want to go and all that stuff. And this is just kind of a rule of thumb, I guess. It's not written in stone at any point, so it can change, you know. And that's the one fun thing about the wet shaving hobby is you get to try different scents. You can experiment around with blades and different types of soaps and creams and crops, and next thing you know, you're in it deep. Or you can be a minimalist and just get one or two things and have great shaves. That's what it's all about. It doesn't matter how much you spend or how much you don't spend. It's just about enjoying it. And so I'm getting really close here to where I like it. But I do have a 1 mil left, and I'm going to shoot that in there. That's going to be the last of it. So I think what I was starting to say before I noticed my squinting is whenever I'm doing this, I don't want to just put the water in and then go directly into the brush, because the brush is going to want to pull any of that water out. And so if I can get it into the lather, that's ideal for me, or that's where I'm going with it. And sometimes, you know, when you're going along, you're thinking, I don't really have a whole lot in there. You can take your brush and just kind of rub it on the side, and you will see the lather starting to come out of there. And no, it's not really being eaten up, but it's just there hiding in the brush, waiting for use. And I might do that a few times, but I can already see that that lather is starting to come up out of the bowl. And unfortunately, a lot of times I like to just kind of hold the bowl a little bit below chest level. And so you can't really see what's going on the whole time, but I promise you there's no trickery or witchery going into it. It's everything I've told you right now. And so here's what the lather looks like. And I'm going to go ahead and get that out, and I'm going to just squeeze it into the hand here and try not to make a big mess. But here's what you got, or what I got. And this is the consistency that I like. It's just there on the bloopy side to where it's going to provide a lot of slickness, but yet a little bit of mess as you're going along in the shave journey. You may get your shirt full of lather and splatter, but that is the fun. What a nice little cooling scent. Kind of that sporty scent. I don't think there's really a description to it, but that's the shave for the day, or not shave, but that's the shave video for the day. How to make lather from shave cream. That's how I do it. Comment below and let me know how you do it. I'll see you guys on the next shave video.